What's going on, guys? It is me, WaffleTacoGamer. Welcome to another episode of the RESTED podcast. Again, I am WaffleTacoGamer, one of your hosts. And my two other hosts are Kra-Z Koopa and AwesomeSmoke, Young Ramsey, whatever the heck you want to call him.
Yo,
And
what's
my dad's
good?
home.
I forced Zach to do the intro because I don't sound energetic.
Hello, people of the internet.
I
Yep.
just woke up and I'm tired.
I woke up, Logan.
Yeah.
And he's... And, like, now it's, like... It's impossible to get in contact with this dude right now. Like, past 3 days, he's been, like, off social media. For some reason, off his phone, and he's, like, not responding to anything that I say. So, yeah. It's about time that we get this thing done.
Pretty much. So today, we're going to be talking about the future of Zelda since it's episode 15. So every five episodes, we talk about, like, the future of video games. And it's episode 15, so we're going to be talking about the Legend of Zelda and saying, like, what we want, going through the timeline. Not the Zelda timeline, because that thing's confusing. But yeah, so, let's start at the first Zelda game, The Legend of Zelda, and talk about that. So, who wants to talk about that, or do I want to talk about that?
You could start.
Alright, so The Legend of Zelda was a fantastic game. The first one, you walk into a cave, this dude says, sword, and then you get a sword, and then you just, like, you go around zapping people with it. And you don't know what you're doing until you find, like, these crazy caves and tunnels and hidden spots or whatever, where you get a new tunic, you get a new sword, you get all that crap. You go into a dungeon, and you're like, whoa, this thing is scary. And then you're like, this is the 8th dungeon in the game, I can't take this thing on, I don't have enough health. So then you go to other dungeons, you get enough health, because, like, the other dungeons are easier. So then you get enough health, and then you beat the 8th dungeon, you win the game, and you're like, yeah, that was a good game.
Well, I've played bits and pieces of The Legend of Zelda. Well, like, I played bits and pieces of all the Legend of Zelda games. I've never, like, sat down with one and just, like, fully played it all the way through.
Nerd.
I know that says the Zelda fanboy over here.
I don't know
But,
what you're talking about. Super Mario Sunshine's the best.
Okay, well, what I was saying was, I've played The Legend of Zelda, the original, a few times, and it was fun. Was playing it, but, like, I didn't really get that much involved with it.
That's because you're bad. Like,
Yeah.
if you were good at the game,
Sure.
you'd be like,
Sure.
man, this is
Yeah.
a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah, you're so right.
I know. That's
You
why I
deserve
said
an
that.
award for being right.
Alright. Where's an award?
It's
I don't know, talk to someone who gives out awards.
What about, am I right?
His choice awards.
I don't know. I want an award.
All right. Well, Sam, what do you think of the first Zelda?
I have not really played any of the first Zelda. So, I can't really say anything.
Wow, okay. So, the dude who argued with me in one of the episodes about being this crazy Zelda fan because he had an ocarina, never even played the first one. Like, what?
I never said I was a crazy Zelda fan. I just said I had an ocarina.
You argued with me for like 5 minutes about Zelda.
Isn't there something you're forgetting to mention?
I don't think so. What?
The you know
Come
what?
on.
The what?
What? Come on. Speak. We don't want to be quiet the whole dang podcast.
You forgot to mention anything about the sponsor.
Oh yeah, this video is brought to you by Sam Got Pranked. Sam's like, God dang it, I wanted some free pizza.
Yeah, I did. Have you actually been trying to get any sponsors for real, or?
Yes.
Like legit, yeah, he did email Domino's and Little Caesars, right?
Yeah, and
Are those
Pizza
the two
Hut.
pizza? Yeah, and Pizza Hut.
But you haven't got anything back from them yet?
Nope. And I'm
Nope.
upset. It's upset.
Just watch.
That just was some free pizza.
Well, can we get back on topic, please?
Alright, Zelda 2.
So Legend.
Zelda 2.
Isn't that-
Shoot.
The
Isn't that the
Adventure
crappy
of
scrolling
Abraham
one?
Lincoln. Yes. And a lot of people are like, what the heck? That ain't Zelda. But, like, actually, that
It
game's
is.
a lot of fun. Like,
Can I tell a story?
alright.
About Legend of
Oh,
Zelda
yeah.
2?
I know this story.
Alright, so yeah. So my dad, and his cousin, I think it was his cousin. Or was it? I don't know. But they were playing The Legend of Zelda 2. This was back whenever they were like little kids. And they got to the final boss, Dark Link. Oh, spoilers, hole. But sorry. But they were getting to the final boss, and that was like the only place you could save, right? Well, they walked away from the game for a little bit, and then this little child dirtbag comes in, deletes their whole game, and they have not like played the game since. So
I don't blame them.
I'm trying to get my dad to like replay it so that like.
Alright, if
Like,
y'all
he can
hear a
have
noisy car in the background, someone's messing with their race car outside. So ain't that nice?
That is so nice, my dude.
So you're trying
So
to get
great.
your dad to play the game now?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to complete it to like.
What if
fill
he
up
has
the
like
empty void in his heart?
what if he has like PTSD because of it? And like every time you mention it, he just has like insane flashbacks about like
No. No, I made him play like the beginnings of it, and I think he's gonna get back into it.
Oh snap. But that game is
So-
actually pretty cool. A lot of people don't consider it a Zelda game, but I do. I've never beaten it, but I've played. Shut up, noisy car. I've played about. I don't know. I played like maybe halfway through it, and it's really fun. So, Sam, what do you think about that? I swear to God.
I've
because you
never,
didn't-
I've never really played any of the early Zelda games.
Well, what the heck, Sam? The next game is A Link to the Past. Did you play that?
Don't think so.
I haven't played it.
That's considered one of the
Racist.
greatest Zelda games ever.
Mm.
Because that Zelda game is amazing, right? So you start off, you have an uncle, alright? And it's like, that's unheard of in The Legend of Zelda. Because up until this point, you haven't been related to anyone. So then you wake up, and your uncle's like, I'm going outside. And you're like, what the heck? Who's this dude? And then you're like, whoa, that's a family member. And then, so you get like all emotionally attached to him. And then, because like you're related. And so you follow him like any good normal human being would do, just to annoy their uncle. So you go over, you break a plant or whatever, you go down the hole, and then you're like, whoa, my uncle's dead. And he's like, Zelda is your, and then he doesn't say anything. And then you just play a game, you turn into a bunny, and it's cool. I like that game. That's one of my favorites.
Clearly. Sounds like a pretty good game. I've never played it, but I'll definitely give it a shot.
So, the next game is Ocarina of Time, a game that people like adore and they think it's the greatest game of all time, but that game sucks.
I have not played it.
You haven't. Alright, Sam, have you played it? I swear to God.
I have not played Ocarina of Time. No.
We are not big
Sam,
Zelda fans.
You have an
Like-
Ocarina and you haven't played the game the Ocarina is from. Like it's from A Link to the Past, but you didn't play A Link to the Past either. What the heck? Chowder.
Ocarinas were only made
Well, Sam
popular
is a lot
by
like Chowder.
Zelda. It wasn't.
Listen, Crazy Koopa, you have the Zelda Ocarina.
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of different ocarinas that weren't from Zelda, like a 4-hole ocarina.
Yeah,
a
but
6-hole.
you have a Zelda Ocarina. So what
It's
the
like
heck?
video games, okay,
And I have
man?
no Zelda merchandise.
How do you like video games if you've never even played a video game?
I like video games. It doesn't matter which video games. I just like video games. So
Alright, so for everyone watching, check out Ego Raptor's sequelitis video on Ocarina of Time. And he pretty much explains why Ocarina is a bad game and why a lot of people think it's a good game. Because I don't think it's a good game. It's very boring and I don't know. It's kind of lame. But the next game is the greatest game of all time. Majora's Mask.
Oh shoot!
I have
love
played
that
that
game.
one.
Have you beat it?
I have played Majora's Mask. No, I have not beat it, but I've played it.
What the heck?
More specifically, I've played the 3DS remake.
Well, how far are you into the game then?
Not that far.
What the heck? Have you beaten the first temple?
What's a temple? Okay, listen, it was way too confusing.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna kill Sam after this podcast, so...
You don't know where I live.
Find a new third host.
I do know where you live. Alright, don't test me. I will know. So...
Yeah, he lives. Yeah, he lives in his club.
Majora's
Sam's
Mask is... like the second best Zelda game of all time. It's either the first best, it's either the greatest
You're
Zelda
choking
game.
up. You're choking up. You're like, it's the second best.
Or the first best. I don't know, because like this next one is pretty good too, and it's like everything you need in a Zelda game. You have like this time limit, right? So
That's cool, honestly.
what you gotta do is you gotta talk to the bomber dudes. You gotta be like, yo, I gotta look in that telescope. So when you look in a telescope, this moon piece falls down. You go and get the moon piece, and it's like, yeah, I got that. Then you have to talk to this like business Deku scrub, and like Sam should know about that because he's a scrub. And so you talk to him, and he's like, oh yeah, you can do this. And so you go and you like fly around with your Deku power, right? And then on the third day, the door opens up, so you fight Skull Kid, and you're like, yeah. Then you get the Ocarina of Time back or whatever. You play a little ditty, and then
And you go back to the first day.
yeah, and you go back to the first day. So then it's like you can do whatever you want. You can go to like, I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want, but usually you go to like the first temple, right? Which is like the, I don't know, it's like a grassy area. It's the swamp area, right? So then like there's a temple there. You beat the temple. Everything like turns back to normal in that area. You beat the 4 temples, and then yeah, one of the temples you go upside down in, and that's pretty cool. Then you go back and you play a song, and then these 4 giant dudes appear, and they're like, yo, what's good? Then they hold the moon up, and then you go on the moon and you fight people, and it is amazing. And apparently
Isn't that the game the Great Deity's from?
who the heck is that?
The giant the
Fierce
Link with like
Deity.
the double sword.
You said great
Or whatever it
deity.
is.
Fierce. No, it's Fierce.
It's
Deity.
Fierce, yeah.
Fierce Deity.
Yeah, that's the
whatever.
game he's from. And that dude is cool.
He is cool.
So if you get all the masks and you do like all the little mini games when you're on the moon, then you get the Fierce Deity's mask, and it's a lot easier to beat the final boss.
Mm.
Zach,
Wait a
did
minute,
you play that game?
I played a bit of it.
What did you think of it?
I think it was fun with the majority that I played.
My dad hates that game.
Why?
Because it has a time limit, and he's like, I just want to run around. I don't want to feel stressed out.
Well, that's what Breath of the Wild is for.
Yeah, but we're not at that game yet.
So, Wind Waker. Well, so there was supposed to be like this crazy Zelda game coming out for the Nintendo 64 disc drive, but that never came out. So, the next game is on the GameCube, the best console of all time, 'cause it has games such as Super Mario Sunshine, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it also has The Legend of Zelda. Shut up. It has The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Alright, so.
Oh, yeah, Wind Waker. That's pretty
I don't
cool.
really
I want
like.
to play it.
So I
Like-
played the original, right? And my dad made me read every single little thing that you had to read in that game. So I'm just like, nope, I'm not playing this game anymore. So I never beat that game when I was a kid. But then when Wind Waker HD came out, I'm like, yeah. So I played that game, and it's so good. It's got bright colors. It's got an ocean. Like, that's what you need in a game. You need a nice looking ocean, and that's what it has. You sail across the whatever, and it's cool.
I've not played Wind Waker, but
You need to.
that's
have-
what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say.
I have played Wind Waker. I've just never beat it.
How far have you gotten into it?
Not very far.
What the heck?
Sam!
Did you get off the first island?
There's another island?
I think it's been a long time since I've played it.
Did you ride in a boat?
I don't have good memory, okay, Logan?
I'm gonna take that as a no. Because, what the heck? So, alright, I guess we didn't talk about any Game Boy Zelda games, but those are kind of
Game
lame.
Boy!
I almost said GameCube. But, Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, I don't know. I have them. I haven't beaten them.
I think I've played a little bit of Oracle Seasons.
What are those games?
It's not
They're for
really
the game.
a big
They're
deal.
for the Game
It's like a
Boy
weird game.
Color, I believe.
It's still fun though, but it's not like, I don't know.
It's Game Boy Color, I believe.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, they have it on like the 3DS eShop and all that. The next game, what is the next game? Twilight Princess. Would it be Twilight Princess or Phantom Hourglass? Which came out first?
Twilight Princess, I believe, because that was on the.
Yeah, but that came out with the launch of the Wii. Didn't the DS come out before the Wii?
No, I'm pretty sure the original Twilight Princess was GameCube.
GameCube and Wii. Wasn't it a launch title?
I don't think so.
Oh, alright. Well, so Twilight Princess. I know Zach's played this, right?
Yes, I have.
Have you beaten it?
No,
You guys
but
are
I'm working
insane.
on it.
You guys are insane.
I
swear to
am
God.
sorry. I am not the biggest Zelda fan in the world, Mr. Awesome Smoke.
Well, neither am I.
Yeah.
I just play games. So, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was my second Zelda game that I've ever played. Right. That game is a masterpiece. A lot of people hate it, but I love that game so much. You start out in this little ranch, right? And
Okay. Yeah.
so
Are you just gonna describe every plot line of every single Zelda? Because that's all I feel this podcast is turning into.
well, that's your problem.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
like his little description.
Exactly. So
because I'm Kra-Z Koopa and I can't think of the plot lines of myself because I have to rely on.
that's because he hasn't even played the game. That's why he needs the descriptions. So, Twilight Princess, you start out in this little ranch. You I don't know, it starts off weird because you gotta go buy a slingshot or whatever, and then you get a sword from that, or something like that. You get a wooden sword. You find one in your chest, and then, not in your chest, but a treasure chest. And, because that wouldn't be good. And then, you go, and you have to herd these animals. I don't know what they are. Are they goats? I think so. I don't know. and then like you gotta fight them or something. Then this kid runs away, steals your, I think, the sword, and then you're like, oh snap, this kid ran away. So you gotta go chase after the kid, and then you find like some monkeys, and then they help you along the way, and then yeah, that's the first dungeon. That's pretty cool. Then you just play out through the whole game. You can turn into a wolf because you got Midna, and she's like, blah, 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 blah. That's what she sounds like. And then you turn into a wolf or whatever. Some of the wolf sections I hated because like I just like bright video games. I don't like dark video games, and the game's called Twilight Princess, so that's pretty dark. And I don't know, it's really cool. You get to see Zelda like pretty much right off the bat, and that's cool. And she like, I don't really remember the plot of the game because most games like Zelda gets kidnapped. Oh snap! But this one, I don't think she does. I don't know. Zach, what do you think about it? What do you mean, who knows? Have you played it?
No.
What you said the earlier Zelda games. Sam, this came out in like 2006. That ain't early.
Well, I've only played like the tiniest bit of the beginning. That's it.
Oh my god. Alright, Zach. Zach, what part are you at in the game?
I got past the first dungeon.
Okay, good, as you should.
And then like Midna, and I think I got up to Midna, and then like I think that's when I stopped.
Why'd you stop?
I have no idea, but I definitely will get back into it right after this podcast.
That's a lie, but whatever.
No, legit. Legit, I will.
So what'd you think about the game up until that point?
I think it was pretty flipping good.
Yeah. Alright, let's talk about my first
Skyward
Zelda
Sword.
Game. No, shut up. Let's talk about the first Zelda game that I've ever played. Phantom Hourglass. So, a lot of people think like, oh, it's a DS game. Those games are lame. Phantom Hourglass was actually a lot of fun, I gotta be honest. I don't remember much because when I played it, it was like, I was young. It was a small bean.
Young Ramsey.
Yeah. So I don't really remember playing it that much. I just played it with my dad. And I got mad because I accidentally deleted the file. So then I got like really upset. But then we beat it again. And I don't know, you're on a boat. You go around. There's one island. The Gorons were my favorite in that game. And then there's like an island where it's in the shape of a DS. And it's like, whoa, that's pretty cool. That's all I remember on that game. Have you guys played it?
No.
Nope.
Alright. Spirit Tracks, let's talk about that. Let's not, because I hate that game. You're on a train, and you got a flute, and it's weird because on the 3DS, the microphone doesn't work that well. So when you want to play Spirit Tracks and you have to blow into the microphone to play the flute, you can't play it because the microphone don't work. So, I don't know. It's a lot easier on the DSi, but I just gave my DSi to my sister, so now I can't play that. Yeah, I don't know. It's lame. I don't like it.
Skyward Sword?
Skyward Sword sucks. No, actually, I liked Skyward Sword.
Sam hates it!
Sam, why do you hate Skyward Sword? Let me prove you're wrong.
It's just a weird concept. Like,
what do you mean?
No, listen.
How is it a weird concept?
We thought about this in the first podcast, didn't we? You and Sam just went into it because Sam's like, speaking of Zelda Skyward Sword, you know, the game that almost ruined the whole franchise and a whole...
I never said it almost ruined the whole franchise. I said
yes, you did.
People,
yes, you did.
I said people hate the motion controls in it, and well,
see, you
when
can
you
only
think of
think
Zelda,
about the motion controls.
do you think of freaking birds flying through sky on
giant freaking birds?
I mean, Sam, yes, I do,
Yeah?
because in A Link to the Past, a game you didn't play, you got the ocarina, and a chicken can fly you different places. So I do think of birds. All right, so chill out. Chill.
Chill, Bill. Kill Bill.
Sam thinks that Skyward Sword is bad, probably because he watches too much Game Grumps, and he's like, "Oh, Skyward Sword sucks because they said it sucks."
Oh shoot!
He thinks it sucks because they said it sucks.
That's probably true.
It is true. I know it is.
I said troll.
He's saying that
You're
the
a
motion.
troll.
He said people think the motion controls are bad. Sam, what about you? You can't. Can you form your own opinion? Cause it ain't looking like you
Can you
can.
move your own arms for motion controls?
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Wow.
what's the next game?
Shut up. I'm gonna prove. Alright, so the motion. You say the motion controls are bad. The motion controls, I've never had a single problem with. Maybe like one problem where it was like, I'm gonna poop. But other than that, the motion controls were perfectly fine. I was able to swing in whatever direction I wanted. I was able to do whatever I wanted. Because guess what? That's actually a decent game. Now, it might get boring at parts, but it never got boring for me. Like, you got these really intense moments where these, where you have to get, like, these spirit things, and, like, these dudes come after you, and they're like, blah, 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 blah. And it's really cool. I like that game. The final boss is, like, insanely easy, which is ridiculous, because he looks like this crazy dude, but he's insanely easy. Zach, have you played that game?
Skyward Sword?
Yeah.
No, but I want to.
Of course. Alright.
So...
What would the next game be?
So what's the next game?
So there wasn't one on the Wii U. I guess A Link
Yes,
Between
there was.
Worlds.
Breath of the Wild.
Shut
Breath
up.
of the Wild was on the Wii.
That didn't come out until like right now. Let's talk about A Link Between Worlds. That is one of my favorite Zelda games because I don't know why. It's just a lot like A Link to the Past, and so it's kind of hit that nostalgia right there.
Well,
But then,
cool.
Did we talk about what was it? Minish Cap and Four Swords?
oh snap, Minish Cap! I love that game so much. All right, the Minish Cap. I played that a while ago. Bought it on the Wii or the Wii U, I mean. And I was playing that with my dad, and it's actually a really good game. It's like I think it's the only 2D Zelda game that you can roll in, so that's really cool. So you can roll.
Oh, so it's a game for me.
Exactly. I don't get it.
Because rolling in Smash Bros, I roll too much.
Oh yeah, you do. You need to stop. So this game is actually really fun. A lot of people sleep on it because they're like 2D Zelda games. But no, that game's actually really good. I highly recommend everyone to play it. I don't really remember it that much. All I know is like you got a hat and the hat talks to you and he's like, "Yo, what's good?" And he's pretty
Isn't
cool.
it like a bird?
Yeah, it's called
hat?
Leslo. So Sam, I thought you had a problem with birds in Zelda games.
I didn't say hat birds. I said big birds.
Wow, okay.
So you hate Sesame Street?
And then
Do you hate Breath of the Wild? Because that's got a big bird in it.
no.
What?
What?
Alright, I'll talk about
don't-
that. We'll talk about that when
What?
we get there. We'll talk about that when we get there.
Anyway,
A Link Between Worlds, yeah, that game's fun. You can, like, turn into a wall, or, like, turn into 2D, go on a wall. Kind of like how you can in this new Mario game that's coming out. Because Mario can't come up with his own ideas, and that actually makes me mad. Like,
And it has
there's
a
two
living
other-
hat.
yeah,
Mario obviously
exactly.
has a living hat.
There's so much stuff in Mario that takes stuff from other games where it's like, I'm starting to think it might not be a good game. So, anyway,
two more Zelda games I can think of.
what's that?
Four Swords
That
and
game is-
Triforce Heroes, which has the 3 links.
I don't know. Those games
just
aren't
came out
really
on
a
the
Zelda
3DS.
game, though.
They're not really Zelda.
They're kind of like I mean, why don't we talk about Link's crossbow training then, Sam? How about that?
Yeah, Link's
What's
crossbow
Link's
training
crossbow
was
training?
the
I
best
don't even
game
know what
ever.
Link's crossbow training is.
No, I don't.
What?
Respect your elders. You go around, you shoot a crossbow. And you get points for it. And it's cool. So, the next Zelda game, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
That game is a lot of fun.
You said the ending made you cry.
Did it?
You said that.
I don't really remember, but yeah.
You're like, yo, this game's amazing. I'm gonna cry.
I did cry about that game, because that game looked amazing. But, I don't... the problem is... It's like... there wasn't enough story element to it. So, you know how I gave a little story description for every single Zelda game up to this point?
Yeah.
This game is like, Zelda disappeared, you lost your memory, good luck. Like, that's pretty much what the story is. Like, I know it's supposed to be like the first one, but I play Zelda games for the story and the game itself. I don't play it just for the game, right?
I haven't beat it yet, but I'm close to.
Alright.
I have the 4 Divine Beasts done. I'm trying to find all the memories, and I need to get more hearts for the Master Sword.
So you went into the temple with a giant flying bird in the air, and you got to talk to the bird people? The giant bird people that you have problems with?
I have problem with non-living birds that fly you off of giant islands.
Oh my gosh.
How can a bird fly if it's not living, Sam?
Guys, I just figured out
non-talking birds.
I just figured out something.
It can go.
What?
I just came up with something.
Alright, what?
Okay, so in 6th grade, Sam played as a character named Scuttle, and he was a bird. And Sam is big, so he hates big birds. That means he hates himself. Self-deprivation.
Shut it.
Wow.
Shut it.
That was some Illuminati crap.
Illuminati confirmed.
But I don't know. It's like the final boss was a bit lame because it's like once you played it the first time, you can play it a second time and like completely destroy the final boss. The dungeons were a bit like they're a bit meh because like there weren't many puzzle aspects to it. There was only like 4 main puzzles that you had to do, and then once you
the thing is, each of the divine beasts had their own mechanics. They had their own
unique, but it was always like you could move something in the divine beast. There was nothing else. It wasn't like this crazy different mechanic. It was just like, you can spin them around.
Can I
Yeah, I guess so.
Can I give some advice to the people out there?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, whenever you beat the final boss in The Legend of Zelda, do not open up a Dr. Pepper for victory. Because whenever Logan and I were hanging out at a coffee shop, and I had one Joy-Con, he had the other, we beat the final boss. I'm like, I had a Dr. Pepper sitting next to me. I opened it up. I'm like, I'm gonna have a drink to victory. It went everywhere.
It spilled everywhere. It was like whoosh, and it just went all over me. It was so funny.
You immediately put your head down and you're just like clapping so hard.
I was trying not to laugh. Like if I didn't do that, I would have laughed and like the whole neighborhood would have heard it. Because it was so funny.
I mean, you can even look back at my tweets and just see like a tweet that just says, I hate Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Let's
go back to the story of Breath of the Wild, though. So, now, you do have these optional things called memories. So, you get the memories, and it's like, whoa. So, and it, like...
Wait, what do you even get for finding all the memories?
If you find all the memories and get the Master Sword, you get, I don't know, you get, like, this bonus ending. It's no big deal. But it's kind of cool. And... like, I don't know, the memories were a bit lame too, because it's like, I just don't feel like there was enough story in that game. It was, the main thing that they focused on was like, you can do whatever you want. And that was it. So,
you can cook! You can ride horses!
Yeah, I didn't really like the cooking
aspect.
I didn't like the cooking aspect that much, because it's like, I want to get heart pieces. Like, what? Why can't I get heart pieces? And then, you can't fill your stamina and your heart pieces up to the full thing. You're always going to have at least less stamina or less heart pieces. And that makes me mad. Because, like, I'm kind of... I don't know. The game... a lot of people give it a 10 out of 10. I'd give it, like, an 8 out of 10. It's still a good game. It's probably the best Zelda game. But story-wise, it's one of the worst. Like it didn't.
All right.
I don't
All
think
right.
it had much story.
All right. Well,
So I know. I wait before we get on to to the future of part. Can we at least talk about Hyrule Warriors? I know it wasn't like a mainstream
The
No.
game
title,
sucked.
but
no.
but
That's what you sound like.
I thought it was a good game.
But it's Dynasty Warriors, but they
But
put
with
on
Zelda.
characters, and they're like, look at this Zelda game.
Well,
Yeah, but it was still cool.
I do.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, so he's played no Legend of Zelda games, but he has played a spin-off that's not even part of like the mainline story.
Wait,
Like
Sam,
mainline-
what the heck? The only two Zelda games that you said you played was Breath of the Wild
What?
and Hyrule Warriors.
I've also played a little bit of Majora's Mask. and
Yeah, a little bit. That
a
don't
little
count.
bit of. It can count if I want it to.
Like, I got a little bit of a six-pack. Does that mean I'm a bodybuilder? No.
I doubt you have any of the six.
Oh, you want to bet?
No. Let's just get on to the future. I've
So,
been reading at a couple articles,
Alright.
and it just says like Nintendo has no future plans for Zelda. Like they have no
the heck are you talking about?
No, there's like articles around saying like Nintendo has no preparation for the next Zelda game.
Alright,
So,
well,
like-
let's actually...
Like they haven't started.
Let's actually
like-
give the audience some facts and not just something you read on the internet, something that can be
It's
backed
on
up.
it's on like billions of articles, so don't even get me that crap.
Alright, then what about this article that they said they want the future of Zelda games to be more like Breath of the Wild? And that upsets me. Cause, like, okay,
So are they just gonna turn Zelda into Skyrim?
I guess, and that
They're
upsets
probably gonna turn it into Minecraft because they already did that.
like, that really
Yeah,
upsets
with
me, right?
one little item you can make little water blocks.
What? How does that have to do with Minecraft?
Because you make a block and you can stand on it.
Expand on the blocks.
Alright, so... so, I'm upset that they're gonna make the future of Zelda games like Breath of the Wild. Because, sure, Breath of the Wild was a fantastic game. And people... Like, I think it's the best Zelda game ever made. I don't personally... I don't like it that much, alright, but I can still say that it's the greatest Zelda game ever made. Maybe even the greatest game of all time. I think that's good for, like, one Zelda game. I don't know how that concept could work for even more Zelda games. You know what I mean? Like, having,
Yeah.
like, 3 other Zelda games down the line be a lot like Breath of the Wild. Because I want the story element. I want the... I don't know, man.
Who knows?
I
They'll
hope it
improve on
doesn't.
that. They'll definitely improve on that though. Like the story, characters.
Yeah, maybe in like 80 years, because it took like 80 years for this one to come out. So like they're gonna focus on making such a gigantic Zelda game, and then it's just gonna be pretty much like Breath of the Wild, and that upsets me. So you guys talk about that.
Well, you go ahead, Sam.
No, you started. You go.
No, ladies first.
In that case, you're going first.
No, in that case, you're going first, and I made the joke first, so you go.
Nah, I'm good.
No, you can go ahead.
You seemed like you wanted to say something more.
No, you definitely need to say something because you've only played 2 Zelda games and I played like 3, so you could go ahead.
Oh, one extra game. That's so cool.
Yeah, I am so cool, but you're not because you don't upload stuff to YouTube. So go ahead and talk.
I'm working on it.
Well, actually, here I'll talk now. No, ladies first. No.
What the heck?
I mean, I do agree with Logan. I do believe that Breath of the Wild format would
It would just
could
get
ruin,
stale.
Like it would just get stale after a while. But then what if they Link goes on vacation and he gets like a water sword? No.
Ooh, and like the water looks good.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes, you can
down
have
for that.
fantastic water in your Zelda game.
All right, count me
Now,
in. Pre-order.
next, Legend
one.
of Zelda: Breath of the Sun.
You mean Breath of the Water?
Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool, but it's like I want them to go back to the traditional Zelda games where it's like you got heart pieces, you got hearts that you got to pick up by cutting grass, got the rubies.
Honestly, I wanna see like I want to see kind of like a remake of Legend of Zelda 2. Like what I
don't know.
no like I don't mean like a full blown remake. I mean like what they did with Breath of the Wild, but like
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like they have like this open world and then like you have like these 2D sections, like
I
side
guess.
scroll. Like that's what I would want, but like at the same time I'm like I don't know.
But
I mean that's what I would want.
I just think
personally.
I think having more games like Breath of the Wild will just get boring. Like a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, well, this is the greatest game of all time. It was rated 10 out of 10 by everyone." It's like, "Shut up." Like you don't understand what I'm saying. Like the game will get boring.
I kind of agree.
Like it
Like
yeah.
don't like
because you have
make...
nothing else to say, you just agree.
Oh, snap.
No, I actually do have something to say.
All right, then say
like,
it, Mr. Genius.
Then please quit interrupting me.
No, because it's funny.
Okay, so yeah, if they did make like I don't know 3 more games after this one that are basically
What?
What?
Your audio just cut out. I don't know if you're still talking. He goes, that are basically...
Where is he at?
Sam, are you alive? Maybe he didn't have anything to say. That's it. He didn't actually have anything to say, so he faked, like, his internet cutting out. That's what happened. Exposed.
That'd be the funniest thing ever if that actually happened.
But I don't know. I want Zelda games to go back to the traditional thing where it's like they focus on story. They have a bunch of heart pieces, but not like mainly focus on story. Like definitely focus on gameplay too. But like focus more on story than they did in Breath of the Wild.
I'm guessing that's the end.
Yeah, pretty much. I just want Wow, he just left. I just want some more.
They're physical.
I don't know. I want it to be like.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, sorry, something happened. My internet disconnected for a moment.
Sure.
So what were you saying?
Did you not hear anything I said?
No, I didn't.
No, all we heard was like just physical. But he just got out.
It would be fine if they made like another Breath of the Wild like game, but not until like later on. So basically make a few like the older ones and then come back and make another one kind of like Breath of the Wild later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't really want to see any like that because it's just I feel like 1 was enough. Like 1, it's like, man, that was really fun. But then to have another one, it's gonna get boring. Like running around so much, like you can't think of that many ideas for just running around in an area, right? So I don't know how they're gonna make that different from the next one. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
guys, if you like this podcast, please slap a like on it, and if you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. It's really appreciated. Someone please sponsor us.
Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Yes, please. And yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.
See ya.